Howdy YouTube. So if you're making all this money and you're not every once in a while, I'm not big into buying like things outside of my business. A lot of the money I make, I put right back in my business, but you got to live a little bit, you got to have fun. And I know my wife really wanted new wheels for her Jeep, basically ever since she bought it. She didn't really like the stock wheels that came with it. And I'll show you what the Jeep looks like here in a minute, but I'm kind of pumped because I just went out and I just spent a silly amount of money on wheels and tires for this thing to make it look pretty cool. And she doesn't really know what she likes. She'll just kind of drive by something and be like, oh, that's cool. That's a nice one. I like those. So I'm going to surprise her in the next day or two. Her birthday's coming up in the next couple days. And this is like way above what we would normally ever give each other. But I'm pretty excited. We've had a pretty cool year. So I'm going to steal her car from her. I'm actually in the car right now. She's like the heaviest sleeper in the world. And she doesn't work until later this evening. So she's sleeping in. So I am going to steal her car when these wheels come in, and while it's sitting in the parking lot at work, and then drive it back and park it in the parking lot and see what she thinks. I'm super pumped to find out. But the wheels won't be here for another day or so, and after that I'll keep you posted on how it goes, because I don't know. And it is her birthday week, how girls love to celebrate. So I made sure to get her some flowers, which, man, everything's more expensive. Why are flowers, things that grow out of the ground, so expensive? And they die. They have like no shelf life. So anyway, happy life, boys. All right, so we'll see what happens. I'll show you what the Jeep looks like here in just a second. All right, guys, we got in about an hour before my wife gets off work and the tire shop closes. They actually overnighted the wheels and tires. As you can see, I just got back from about a 4-hour trip. I picked up right there, that shipping container sitting on the back of my truck. Luckily, my wife works right across from the hospital, or right across from the tire shop at the hospital. So I scoured. They have some event over here, so I had to dig for her car. I had to look all over the place, and I found it. Not where it's normally parked, but here it is. We've got an all-stock Sahara Snazberry Jeep. That's what she wanted, was this red, which I wasn't a fan of at first, but it's grown on me. But this is really why I got it. Eco diesel. When they told me it was a diesel, I was like, oh, well, I'll try it. So we're gonna go over to the shop. We get these tires and wheels on. They're a little bit bigger than I thought I was really gonna want. So I am very nervous of what I think of it, and then I'm even more nervous what she'll think of it. Because for a while, she thought she wanted black, but me and some other people suggested something different, but I also didn't imagine it being so much wheel and less tire. So like I said, a little nervous. We'll see what happens. Bye-bye truck. Bye-bye truck. That like baby blue Jeep that you might have just got a glimpse of right there, it's all decked out. It's pretty cool. But man, I just came back from a long haul. It's about 99 degrees outside right now, and I counted over 14 semis on the side of the road. None of them seem to have flat tires, so they all seem like they must have overheated or something. And I got all the way back to town, all the way. I got a check engine light 5 minutes from my exit. So I can't wait to diagnose that and figure out what's going on. The truck didn't actually change in performance or make any noises or anything, so I'm hoping it's something super minor, but we know how our luck goes on that. We'll see. Oh man. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm back. The tire place put them on real quick. I mean, like pit stop record time. I think they had them on in 10 minutes. And then I went and paid. But here's what they look like. I was a little skeptical at first, but I think they turned out pretty darn cool. And the color grows on you. At first I was like, I don't know. And then as it like, oh yeah, that's pretty sweet. So we'll see what she thinks, because this wasn't one of the colors she wanted, so let's hope she actually likes it. She said, well, maybe it would look good in this color, but she couldn't picture it the way I could. We'll see. Well, she loved them. She called me with like an absolute just smile on her face. So, yeah, I'm actually stealing it this morning because I'm going to the gym. I wake up quite a bit earlier than she does, and she works a little later today, so I'm gonna actually steal it. All right, so here's what they are. We've got some KMC 535s. These are 20-inch rims. They are a flat like bronze color, and you've got this little black trim. I like that because it actually makes it seem like there's not nearly as much wheel. They are on these Kenda wheel or tires. They're, you know, they got some tread to them, but I'll be honest, there's not as much wheel or tire noise as I expected. They stick out about 1 inch or so. I guess this is what they said was a 0 offset, which is kind of funny because these also come in 18s, but I noticed that they actually sat into the wheel well, which I definitely didn't want. The next thing I got to do is actually go, I hate this. This looks kind of silly. I need to replace that wheel because I've got those 4 there, but I knew that if my wife didn't like them at all, I was just going to turn around and sell them, and it was one less that I'd have to try, you know, eat the price on. So I like them. I think it's an aggressive look. It definitely makes it about 1.5 inches taller, the Jeep. And people ask me now, like, hey, do you have a lift on your Jeep? No, it's just the tires. I mean, that's just how they turned out. It just gave it a more aggressive look. So I don't know about you, but I absolutely love it. It's been a little misty the last couple days, so we left that part of the top on, but I love them a lot. So now we've got to replace the colors in here. That's going to definitely need to be black, and the front bumper's got to go. My wife also is wanting like some more aggressive versions of these, and we'll pretty much be good. We're not going to be like crazy Jeep owners where we do every single thing and this thing's 6 inches off the ground and has jacks and all kinds of stuff. It's still definitely a girl Jeep with a guy motor with that Eco Diesel, but I don't know, I love it. It turned out really nice. It looks really good, and people comment on it all the time already. It's only been a couple days, and it's different. I like it. It's a good color match, the flat bronze with this snazberry red that's on here. So I don't know, I've seen a very similar setup on a white Jeep, which turned out pretty cool, but I haven't seen a lot of people driving around with flat bronze. You know, it seems like most people either love it or they hate it. There's not a lot of in between, but that's all there is. Hopefully you like it. Let me know in the comments what you think of the color, and let me know, maybe drop some comments on particular brands of bumpers and stuff that you guys really like, or just like must have Jeep stuff, because I honestly just might put it in here just because I love getting feedback on what other guys have on their setup, because I don't like to buy things without really knowing what it looks like, and this was an exception. This was almost impossible to find an example of, and I took a risk, but I'd like to see what other people have before I put stuff on. Like, subscribe, follow. Thanks for watching, and watch out for more content.